We are live, so over to Alison. Action!
Hi everyone, welcome to the Solo Cruise Show. And today we have our guest. The whole show is on Kotor in Montenegro, and we have our guests Andreas and Tihomir with us. Hi guys.
Hi. 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 Hi.
We have our other cruise for solos, Peter. We have Pete in London. Hi Pete.
Hiya. How you doing, Alison? Yes, I'm in London.
We have Shelley over in the good old US of A.
Hello from USA.
Just off a cruise, and we have the lovely Lizzie joining us for the first time. Welcome, Lizzie. So we thought we'd do this special on Kotor for several reasons. The main one being that we're going to be visiting Kotor next year on our cruise, and the lovely Andreas does excursions in Kotor, so we thought we'd do a special, invite Andreas on the show and tell everybody all about Kotor. So Andreas, if you want to explain to everybody who you are and what you do, your company and what you do.
Okay. Welcome to Montenegro. We have small company from Kotor. We are travel agency. What we do, we organize the excursion to see nice place in Montenegro, like Old Town Kotor, Old Town Peras, Old Town Budva. We do this same. Kotor is cruise destination. There are coming many cruisers. There we organize the same excursion. When coming people ask for if you need some excursion, we explain offer and we drive to see the best place here in Kotor and Montenegro.
So Andreas, people can come off this and there's a beautiful view of one of the ships docked at the old town. People can just walk off the ship and come and see you. Are you based at the entrance to the old town?
Yes, old town. It's very small. It's not big old town. When coming ship exactly stay in dock in the port. There you can cross only street and go inside in the visit old town. And we have after, because sometimes the ship stay longer. When coming in the morning, they leave in the night. There people have time to visit other places. There something what is the best.
And are you starting to get busy with cruises now? Cruise ships are returning to Kotor?
Now start come back cruisers. Now every day, step by step, one by one, coming cruising port. That is very important for my country, for my city, because without cruise we are dead, because we are very important, because there are a lot of tourists. When cruise ship come, we are very important to visit Kotor and all Montenegro.
Absolutely, and I know myself. I've been to Montenegro. I stayed there for 3 nights, and it's just a wonderful place. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to be back. So there you are. There's Andreas at his tourist agency. We can find him just inside the port. So Andreas, just to run over a couple of the excursions that you do. Can you give us a bigger example of the 2 excursions or the excursions you offer?
Yes, Tiho can explain what we have excursion. We have 2 excursion. We have big and small tour. We have excursion to see like mini Montenegro tour. Tiho is tour guy. He can explain exactly for the tour what we have.
Okay, so pleased to meet you again. So about tour, I'm here, just to explain you how we're doing the tours and what we're offering, in fact, in Kotor. So our presence are also on internet. So we're offering through the internet to our sites and pages different or several kind of tours. Probably the most enjoyable is Budva, this tour Budva together with St. Stephen Island, including Kotor, tour guiding through the Kotor Old Town. So this tour is probably most convenient for the people, and there are several beautiful panoramic views on the way to Budva. So we're stopping on each panoramic views to take beautiful photos and to take group photos Also, we're offering some breaks during the tours. Could be a coffee break or break for the beer. If so, those tours are private, and what is advantage that you can exchange itinerary if you would like. You know, you can do anything you want except to drive the car. Okay. So this is the classical tour, Budva St. Stephen Island. On opposite side is Perast and another beautiful tour. We can include those tours to be together. Yeah, this is St. Stephen Island. Yes, with the two beautiful beaches in front. Medieval old town on a small isle. And the whole area is beautiful. A Miločer Park. So we're offering also short walking tour to the Miločer Park, what is on the right-hand side from the St. Stephen Island. It's a beautiful trail or a path. So half an hour and 45 minutes through the beautiful pine tree woods. We're guiding also the people, smaller group. And in our returning back, we're picking up the van and then we're proceeding toward the next beautiful destination or to coming back to Budva to take a walking tour to Budva. So on that tour, probably at the very beginning, we're doing the panoramic view of Kotor, above Kotor, and then we're proceeding to Budva. So it's on your choice, how could I say, to take a walking tour to the Budva or to take a tour on St. Stephen Island and then to take a walking tour to the Budva. So this is a classical tour, Budva St. Stephen Island. We're offering another tours. The second one is Kotor Perast, which is a shorter one, including the visiting of Our Lady on the Rocks and the small walking tour through the old town of Perast. This is a shorter tour, which including also few breaks, you know, and at the end we're doing the guiding walking tour to the Kotor. So this, yeah, okay.
I've got a question because we're coming over in May next year, 2023, the May the 22nd, on the Brilliance of the Seas. We've got a whole group of us, about 40 of us are coming over. And so we are looking forward to doing a group, obviously doing one of the tours with you guys, you know, and I've got lots of photos. Alison, it might be worth taking your sound down a little bit, by the way, because we're getting bad feedback only from you when you talk.
Okay.
That's correct, Chili. Am I correct with that? Yeah.
Yeah. Try it again, Alison, because I tried muting you and then putting you back on to see if that might have taken care of it.
But
so
what I will do,
Alison.
Is that better?
Yes.
I think that's much better. Now,
okay.
What I was
I can't really hear you guys, but we'll go with it.
Okay. I was going to suggest we've got some wonderful photographs here. Yeah. Wonderful photographs of what you can do in Kotor. They're not in any order. So what I suggest is that what we do is we click on them, and Andreas, and you explain about what we're going to see, because we are so looking forward to going there. Yeah. There we go.
For the old town Perast inside.
Yeah.
The scenic or panoramic view
for the old town Perast.
From the sea of Perast. Yeah. This is a Perast, beautiful medieval town. From the mostly dominant style is Baroque, and it's from the 18th century mostly. You know, the whole environment and architecture. In fact, so there is one beautiful thought. The place is frozen in Baroque. So it's the same like 200 years before, just, you know, a bit modern with some modern segments, but almost well preserved, all this, or the same like it was before 200 years.
Fantastic. And
Our Lady on the Rocks. This is an attraction, the small isle just in front of the Perast. On the other side are the Verige, the narrowest point between two sides where the cruise ships passing. So they passing close to this island, and then they proceeding toward Kotor. So on a way, when you will be on a cruising, you will pass this small isle, two isles. There is one Our Lady on the Rock, and the second one, natural one, is St. George. The monastery from the 12th century is on the same island. But this is a place for the visitors. The island is open for the tourists. They're charging the people for the entrance to the church. And we need to take a taxi boat from the Paris to reach the same island. Constructed in the 15th century, it's a period when the Venetians were here. And this is active Catholic Church still today. Yes, another perspective of the same church, Our Lady on the Rocks. The small 16 chapel. There's another similar thought, or the second name for the same island. Yeah. And this is also some spot to terraces from the past. The beautiful view with the flowers. So the place is full of flowers. The flowers flourishing, and plenty of them. It's a Mediterranean climate, so you can cultivate many different vegetables and fruits and flowers. St. Stephen Island, we already saw the picture. The beautiful beaches in the same area. On the right-hand side, there is another beautiful beach, King Beach, the longer one, and Queen, the most beautiful one, Queen Beach. And I mentioned you before that there is a trail or a path for the pedestrian, where we can take a small walking tour, to the Miločer Park. Wow! Also, we're offering that part of the tour. So this is a monastery dedicated to the St. Peter Cetinski. It's situated on Cetinje. We didn't mention the third. I mentioned before that we offering the several tours. This is a tour named the Mini Montenegro, and we passing the mountains. So we somehow visiting the mountains with the 25 switchback. We slowly climbing up, toward the mountains, and then we're visiting the village Njeguši, where the Peter II Petrovich was born, and we're taking also the small snack break there, or coffee breaks, and then we're proceeding to Cetinje. So this monastery is situated close to the center of Cetinje. It's another attraction, one of the most precious monasteries in Montenegro, together with the monastery of Ostrog. So monastery is really amazing place, to visit. So the third spot, this is the Cathedral of the St. Tryphon, constructed in 1166. So Kotor is a part of UNESCO World Cultural Heritage, because there are 6 churches from the 12th century in Old Town, together with the amazing city walls, which are almost 5 kilometers long, exactly 4.5. It's another, in fact, how could I say, another fact, because Kotor is a part of UNESCO, World Cultural Heritage. So the cathedral is probably the main spot or main attraction in Old Town. In front is a beautiful small square, and beautiful rosette between 2 towers. It's a Venetian stone work. In fact, probably the biggest rosette on our coast, above the balcony, as you can see in the middle. Okay, this is the beautiful spot where we're taking also breaks, mostly coffee breaks. It's a new restaurant. It's a new restaurant on Cascades. There are many plateaus or cascades, Wow. There are stairs which going down, and people taking from the corner the beautiful pictures they taking. In fact, it's a scenery toward the first part, mostly the first part of the bay, but you can see in the second where is the Tivat Bay, even the open sea. So it's beautiful scenery on the 25th switchbacks.
A question, Andreas. A question. You say coffee breaks, yeah? What about bourbon breaks, whiskey breaks? Because we're for Chile.
Yeah, Chile needs these bourbon breaks.
Chile, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Excuse me, because I'm interrupting. You know, just we have excellent beer, domestic beer from Montenegro. We're offering also the beer break.
I agree with that.
Drafted beer. Yeah. Beer party.
What is the name? What is the name of the beer, Andreas? You have.
This is local beer. They're produced in Nikšić city and called Nikšić beer.
I guess, Chile, Lizzie, Alison, we're just going to have to try it, aren't we?
Oh, I've tried it several times. I can definitely say it's good.
Chile?
I have a question for you on if somebody is handicapped or mobility challenged, how well can they get by with scooters or wheelchairs over there on your tours?
Okay, so it will be a bit difficult, you know, for some sceneries or some panoramic views, in fact, you know. But anyway, Kotor is a flat terrain, so I had one private tour 7 days ago, and we've been on the Scenic, and we took a tour also on Budva together with Kotor. So there are no problems in Budva as well as in Kotor and Scenic. The terrain is flat without stairs. Somehow on a private tours I'm helping also, you know, to pushing the wheelchair or to put in a trunk and everything, so I supporting also the people. So this panoramic view, the last one what we saw, is difficult because there are plenty of stairs to come down to take photos. Yeah, this one, but they can sustain on a first plate, on a first terrace where there are no stairs, in fact. Yeah, so okay. And the rest of the group can come down, who is able to come down to take photos. So
Chile, you'll find a way of getting a beer, won't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, give me a beer and I'll sit and wait at the top level and everybody can go down and do their thing and come back and I will have had the second beer. So that's fine.
Lizzie, you haven't been there, have you?
I have not, no. The closest I've been to is Turkey.
Fantastic. So this one, where are we now?
This is Peras Old Town. Yeah. Panoramic, small.
Yeah, the Peras and the palace of the most famous noble family from Peras named Smekia. They one of the richest family in Peras. So the noble families, they ruled in Peras when the Venetians, during the period when the Venetians were here, as well as in Kotor. So they were very wealthy families, and they had private galleons. They trade all over the world. They sold goods, in fact, salt and other things. So Smekia, the big, beautiful palace with the two balconies, and you can see from distance there is another beautiful behind, the second palace, which is the same palace, which belong to the same family. Now is a hotel. It's a private hotel. The name of the hotel is Iberostar.
5-star.
5-star. So Andreas, yeah, Kotor.
Main square, Kotor.
Main square, the square of arms, together with the clock tower, where we're starting with our tours, walking tours in Kotor, or guiding tours with the guides. Yeah, the famous clock tower. Another, see, this is again, you know, the same palace of Smekia with the two balconies. Behind is a tower of the St. Nicholas Church. This is the highest tower on our side of Adriatic coast, including Croatia and Slovenia, probably the 55 meters, the highest tower, yeah, on Mediterranean of the St. Nicholas Church. There is a treasure inside the church. We also visiting the church and inside the interior of the church. After visiting Our Lady on the Rocks. So this is the main gate, this famous sea door of Kotor. On my side is Venetian St. Marco Lions, another reminder that the Kotor was part of Venetian Republic. named Serenissima. There are plenty of stories about the same doors. Above is an old crest of the Yugoslavia, so another reminder that Montenegro was a part of Yugoslavia as the smallest republic. Yeah.
Wow.
This is another the same what we explained before, the same spot, the scenery on the Vista. What is the name? Vista, yeah. Vista, Vidikovac, yeah, the Vista, in fact, when we're translating from our language. The new restaurants, you know, what was opened a few years ago, still is in a phase of construction, in fact, of additional, construction. Yes,
is
please.
that part of the Budva tour? So if you're doing the Budva tour, would you go up and see this scenery?
Mini Montenegro tour.
Yeah, this is the part of Mini Montenegro tour. Yeah. From Kotor, we directly going up. We climbing up to the mountains. Yeah. This is the famous route named the Saint Nicholas route. Excuse me, Nicholas route, King Nicholas route, not Saint Nicholas. King Nicholas route, because it was the last Montenegrin king dynasty, Petrovic, King Nikola, gave the money for the same road, for the construction for the road. But it's a narrow road, very, very a bit, you know, so it's not a big deal to by car, in fact, but it's just one lane, 25 switchbacks. And wow. Slowly we're climbing up. Yeah. But it's real adventure. So 25 switchback, we're going up to the mountains and we're stopping on panoramic views. Again, Our Lady on the Rocks from the bird's eye perspective. Behind is the St. George, the Dominican monastery from the 12th century. This island, St. George, is a natural one, while Our Lady on the Rock is a man-made island. So that's the difference. Behind this is St. George Island is a natural island. It's a small graveyard behind with the pine trees. And a beautiful place, Budva, also from bird eye perspective or from drone. So this is a photo. Yeah, the drone took that photo. So behind is another perspective, in fact. Yeah, and again, this is again the same spot, vista from the mountains. You know, it's a beautiful panoramic view on a both part of the base, and even you can see the open sea Adriatic from that point.
Just to explain, by the way, we got lots of photographs from Andreas, and they're not in any order, as you can see. And the best thing I can do is click on the photographs, and the chaps will explain about what they can see. So sometimes we are going a little bit back and forth, just to explain that. But the scenery is just incredible. Yeah, it really is stunning.
Beautiful photos. Yeah. So this is Budva. In fact, a very interesting photo from different perspective. You know, by side is an again, it's a pedestrian trail which leading toward the small, beautiful beach named Mogren, sandy beach with a beautiful cave. So next time, probably we will send you this the photo of the Mogren beach with a beautiful cave. You know, it's very interesting. You know, this is a small. The people named this sculpture the siren, but this is not siren. This is a girl who lost her swimsuits, like a siren. Yeah. That's the name of the sculpture, of the art. Artistic, you know, so somehow work. Yeah.
Girl who lost
the girl who lost her swimsuits. Yeah.
I like it.
And again.
Lizzie, Alison, yeah?
Yeah.
Be careful.
Andreas, the clock tower again, you know, then the San Giovanni, the famous cafeteria, where you can also take a coffee break by side, you know. So on the left side is the Square of Arms, the biggest or the largest square in Kotor. By side, on the left-hand side, is the Providur Palace. So the Venetian chief of the town, Providur, it was the residence, his own residence. At the end, you can't see behind those tower bell is Napoleon Theater. So another reminder that Napoleon ruled 7 years, one short period. The French troops invaded Montenegro as well as Croatia and partly Dalmatia.
This is a bit of a mystery tour, isn't it? It's quite fun, isn't it? Because
mystery tours, yeah.
You've got no idea what I'm going to put up next, you know. So it's kind of
yeah. So you have plenty of photos.
You do. There we go.
Aha! Oh, this one is sexy.
Is that the lady with the swimsuit?
Where is this is Budva, yeah, Budva from, but I'm not so sure where is that point, you know. I know this scenery. Where is the vista down? Yeah. So I have to mention that this is the beautiful panoramic view. Budva is one place where we very often we taking breaks. Could be a beer or bourbon or a coffee break. They have beautiful garden terraces and a beautiful circle at the end, you know, where is always some breeze during the hot summer days. And it's one of the most beautiful, my favorite places where we're taking the photo breaks, you know, because there are plenty of them, you know. Budva on the other side, Mogren, what I mentioned before, one of the adorable places, yeah. Again, Budva, this is a citadel, the scenery toward the city walls, the city fort named the citadel, Venetian, again, Venetian old fortress. So I mentioned before that Kotor was part of Venetian Republic, or as well as Budva. So they're sharing the same cultural heritage and history.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
So this is the scenery from the mountains, probably at the very beginning of the route of the King Nicholas route. So this is the last part of the bay of Kotor. On the right-hand side is the old town, a bit hidden. In fact, hidden deeply in the angle. So this is a strategical point or purpose, you know, because Kotor, nobody succeeded to conquer. The Kotor Venetians were well protected one longer period, and the first ruler Kotor has been invaded only by the Napoleon. That he was the first who conquered the Kotor. Yeah, but for almost 500 years, they've been under the Venetians. You know, another beautiful view, the rocks. This is a closer point. Where is the Hotel Avala with the beautiful swimming pool on the left-hand side. This is the point on the same trail or the path which leading toward the beach Mogren. And what we see, the first beach is Richard's Head beach, named because they filmed the old Hollywood movie on the same beach long time ago. Yeah.
Wow.
And what's this? Okay, again, this is the unavoidable, in fact, the panoramic stop or the view above the famous beach Jez, a few kilometers before Budva, in fact. And we're stopping usually there to take photos. This is probably one of the longest beaches in our area on Budva. Overcrowded by the people during the peak of the season, particularly July and August. Too many people, but there is one by side on the left-hand side is one part not so commercial. In fact, and you don't have to rent sunbeds. You know, you can go out only with the towel. In fact, you know. So, only probably what is worth to mention about the same beach is they're organizing the festivals in July, and Rolling Stones played how many years ago?
10 years.
10 years or more. That was the big concert of Rolling Stones, and a year later, Madonna had a concert on the same beach.
Could you?
So with 5 stages.
Is it possible you could give Madonna a call and ask her if she could do a show May the 28th of next year while we're there? You know, no pressure. If you could do that, we would appreciate that, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, that'd be
To
terrific.
invite the Madonna again, or
Yeah. Tell her that
So-
we're coming over. You know, I'm sure she'll oblige.
We'll use Pete's money to pay for that.
yeah. So there are some rumors that she took a lot of millions, you know, so just for the one night, yeah.
I bet.
But
A
anyway,
little bit
so
more
this
than
is
we
a sea
take,
dance
isn't it?
festival.
Yeah.
Another, the beautiful spot on the way to the beach Mogren. This is again, I'm repeating, the trail toward the beach Mogren, what is behind us. In fact, you know, when we seeing this perspective, the girl who lost her swimsuits, you know, the famous artistic work, becoming in fact the symbol of Budva. Probably, you know, somehow, like in Copenhagen, they have siren.
Yeah.
Famous, in Copenhagen, they have siren. So this is another probably symbol, will be another symbol of Budva.
So the girl who lost her swimsuit. So can we try to recreate that? Do you think?
No.
Do you think that's something we can
No.
recreate?
We won't be doing that.
Wow. I mean, they're the photographs that you have sent. Alison, you were talking about, I know that you got a bit of feedback, but we'll go with your feedback.
Yeah, okay.
The sailing to Kotor is something that you're talking about, is something that is extraordinary. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I've done the drive-in coming down from Dubrovnik. I've done that a couple of times. And yeah, I think the sailing is supposed to be one of the most spectacular in the world. Am I right in saying I think it takes about an hour and a half? Is that right, for the sailing completely? Something like that. And it is just from the road point of view, I don't think even the pictures do it justice as to how stunningly beautiful it is. And just the high mountainsides and everything, the colours and everything. It's just absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm going to be up early on deck. I think we dock about 7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to be up on deck from about 5:30 if anyone wants to join me. Chilly, Pete?
I'm
I think
coming.
you're coming. Good. So we can do the sailing.
Chili, do you think we'll be back from the disco by then, or do you think we're still out?
Hey Pete, remember, I'm an early riser. If it's 4 a.m., I'm up.
Wow.
Am I right in thinking, Andreas and Tihomir, that not all the ships dock, so a lot of them actually are tender at Kotor?
But usually, so we don't know. We can check, you know, about your cruise ship.
Yeah.
From we will get the schedule for the next year, probably this winter.
Okay.
Hoće li biti na dok ili na sidru?
I think it's
Anchor.
Can you-
Anchor.
I think it's Anchor. Hello.
Can you speak to the local people there? You know, obviously, you've got good influence, aren't you? Can you make sure that if we are tendering, can you swap it round so we are actually going to be docking? Can you organise that for us?
Yeah, you have to come to port. In fact, you know, so that's the rule. You have to follow the rules, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've got great influence.
But you will be supported by the locals if you miss the target, if you miss the point, you know.
Okay.
It's not a big deal. Tender, they are very precisely, very exactly. They on each 15 minutes, they boarding people, and then very quickly you are in a port. So when you reach the port, we usually waiting for the clients in front of the port.
Wow. So we're all going to be there next May.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to join us, by the way, to speak to us, May the 22nd, we're on the Brilliance of the Seas of 2023, and that's cruising from Athens to Venice, and Kotor is our second from last stop. And I can't tell you how excited we are.
Absolutely, can't wait to be back. Can't wait.
Now, Antonio and Andreas, are you going to be able to handle us, a whole gang of us, when we come off that ship? Yeah. It'd be like an invasion. You say you've not been invaded before, but we're going to invade.
Don't worry, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're going to try to persuade the whole
Ready,
to
steady.
come with us, aren't we?
Ready and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Lizzie, what do you think? What are your thoughts? I mean, because like me, I've never been there before and don't know much about it either. What do you think, Lizzie?
The pictures look so beautiful. I can't wait. But I have one question. How strenuous, being that we're waking up 4 a.m. actually, how strenuous is the excursion? Do we have to go hiking up mountains?
No, you will be in a vehicle all the time. So just we're offering the walking tours, you know. So you can also refuse a walking tour. You can take a break instead if you don't want to be involved in a walking tour. So we're asking, you know, the people what they want to do. You don't have to hike. Just we will take the bus. In fact, so we will use the vehicle, and then when we come to the center, you know, of Cetinje, we're offering the walking tours. Who is not able, who don't want to do that, they can take a break, coffee break, or a snack, whatever they would like to do. The rest of the group can join, and we can take a walking tour through the whole town. So the terrain is flat. I mentioned you in Cetinje as well as in Budva and Kotor. There are no stairs for the wheelchair, for the people who are using the wheelchair. So it's nothing that you can be well prepared, in fact, but it's better to take a tennis shoes, or, you know, what is easier for you, you know, to while you're walking, normal shoes, or, you know, so.
Of course, if you are feeling energetic, you can always walk up the city walls at Kotor, up the back of the old town, and up the hill.
Yeah, but city walls, you need almost 2 hours, 1 hour 45 minutes to cope the peak of the hill named where's the Fort St. John. It's another. This is a real hiking tour.
Yeah, but the views
so you need
incredible.
the time. Yeah, view is beautiful, and there are plenty 1,350 stairs to climb up to the Fortress St. John on the peak of the hill. So you need 1 hour 45 minutes with a break to cope the trail and to reach the peak. In fact, where is the Fortress St. John? So
1 hour 45.
Probably we don't on our tours we don't doing that, you know, because it's a 2 hours, you know. So. We're offering another tours, you know, Budva and Stephen Island. Probably you don't have a time. If the ship's staying longer, it could be possible, in fact.
I mean, for me, I don't know if you've got any more questions, Lizzie, as well. But what I would say to anybody watching is that it's so important that we support Andreas and Antonio, the local. We will get a tour round by the local people who know it more than anybody else here. And you've been through such a tough time, haven't you, with the last few years, with no ship cruising into Kotor, you know, for an entire season. So it's really important that you're still there. You know Kotor more than anyone else. And I just think it's so important that we support what you're doing more than anything else as cruisers.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And of course, if anybody wants to do any of the excursions, they can contact you direct, and you can give them details, and they can book with you. And I know you've got a great Facebook page as well, which we'll share on our page so people can connect with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So Chili, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm so looking forward to this. I really am. Because it's part of the world that I've never been to. So I've been traveling a lot of years, but I am so excited about this.
Oh,
Lizzie?
Day.
I'm so excited too. I've never been. I backpacked near in Turkey in my youth 25 years ago, but that's the nearest I've been to Croatia. So this is going to be very exciting.
So, I mean, I'm just looking forward to having a local beer with you guys.
Yeah, of course.
We have to test it, obviously, you know, just to make sure, you know, that we can recommend it. So it's part of the job. So it's something we have to try to do, yes?
Yes,
I will
of course.
definitely be sampling.
Alison?
No, just to say thanks again for coming on, guys. It's been really good to speak to you again. It's been a while since we spoke to you last, but yeah, we'll keep in touch. We'll get our excursions booked, and look forward to seeing you in the flesh next year. Can't wait.
We are counting down the days. If anyone's got any questions, please give us a call, yeah? And we will try our best to answer them. Just put a message in the Facebook and check out the Facebook group, yeah? The Facebook group is Port of Call Kotor Montenegro Short Excursions. So if you go to Facebook and groups and you search Port of Call Kotor, you will find their group. It's a wonderful group and there's loads of information there. And thank you, everybody. Alison, thank you for running this today.
Well, I didn't do much today, thanks to the dreaded feedback, but there we go.
But typical, the feedback seems to have disappeared at the end of the show.
I never get feedback.
So that's part of it. And so, Lizzie, just want to introduce Lizzie as a new member of our admin team for Cruises for Solos. And we're so excited to have you on board with us. Yeah,
welcome, Lizzie. Good to have you on board.
And Lizzie and all of us, we are all going to be there. All of us are going to be there.
All four of us.
With Andreas, we're going to be there May next year, and we cannot wait. So thanks, everybody. Alison, do you want to close this down? Because we've got no feedback now from you, so you can close this down.
Oh, finally, when it comes to the end, you've got no feedback. There we go. Yes, just thanks to everyone for joining us, and thanks again to Andreas and Tihomir for coming on today. And yeah, fantastic show, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.